And welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Max and Sam, Loga, all the way to episode 51. Today will be Wednesday, September 6th. So, all the way into September already. School has started. Title to episode 51, the 2023 NFL. Great and Kool-Aid. Oh, baby. It's our NFL preview. It is our NFL preview, boys. Are you guys excited?
I think I'm
Excited.
more excited for the NFL preview than the college football preview, personally. So
That's funny you say that, Sam, because I was going to say that otherwise. I was more excited for the college football one than the NFL one. So,
I love
Dylan, what about you?
I love ball. I'm a football guy. I need the shirt that says football guy. I love football. I didn't play football, obviously. I played soccer, we all did, but I love football. It's a great sport. Can't wait for it. Let's get it going. Lions' first game of the NFL season. We'll talk more about it soon here. But yeah, we'll do a quick roundtable. We've got our NFL expert, Mr. Frank Kozlowski. I definitely never checked with him how to say his last name, but I think that's right. And then we have our picks, our NFL picks, and then our college picks, sort of, which we'll explain later. Quick shout out, and then we'll get out of here. So with that, episode 51, the 2023 NFL, Great and Kool-Aid.
see, that
Sam,
gets me way more hype.
what TV station is that?
I
Fox.
think that's
My sleep. That's Fox.
It's
Yeah.
Fox. It was the best one. I was going back and forth between NBC and Fox. NBC, I wasn't going to go Sunday Night Football, but the Lions are on Thursday, so let's go.
Doesn't Amazon have Thursday Night Football these days?
They do later in the year, but not this
Okay.
year. Yeah, later in the year. Do you also see what Amazon's doing for their Thursday night games?
But I'm sure it's dumb.
Nah, it's actually not too bad. So they're actually taking like the Madden, like how you can like see players' routes and stuff. They're using AI to determine players' routes, and they're gonna broadcast that onto the screen so viewers at home can watch like the route the player's running. And then
So
also
Amazon's gonna know your team's playbook.
essentially that's what I was saying. So like if the Lions ever play on Thursday, they can have a guy in the booth watching Amazon and like send that down to the sidelines. Like, yeah, AI is saying this. So
So shout out to Professor McPeak.
Technology
Professor
sports.
McPeak is coming back around. Yep.
All right. So we started a thing last week. Last week. We do shout outs quickly before we get going. This week, shout out to Richard McLennan and shout out to Cody Jordan, a couple GHLs. Cheers to both of you. I remember if our GHLs get shouted out during the episode and you comment on our YouTube page, you may be in store to have a chance of receiving an LTES prize of our choice. All right. So roundtable, I have a quick one. The roster for the Ryder Cup has been made. Justin Thomas made it. Any thoughts from either of you?
I saw people were not happy.
Yeah, he couldn't even make the cup in the FedEx Cup. Why is he on the Ryder team? The Ryder team's like the Olympic team for PGA Tour. Like, why is he on it if he can't even be in the top? What is it, 80? Like, why is he on it?
So he's a dog at these things. So that's all I know. I don't know golf, right? I don't know much. I know ball a little. I know a little bit of tennis. Golf's not my thing, but I think he's a dog at these tournaments.
Yeah, and I'm a dog at eating hot dogs, and we saw how that went at the 999. Like, when the pressure's on, will he perform?
He crumbled. Yeah, so you're saying JT will crumble. Do either of you know where this is going to happen, the Ryder Cup, in late September?
No clue.
The Adelphi Coast?
I think it's probably right. Yeah, Rome. It's going to be in Rome. So, yeah, Rome, Italy. And speaking of Rome, who's going to Rome? Who will be in Rome currently live action?
I will be in Rome this week. This week that this is out, I am magically in Rome, teleported to this location behind me.
That's awesome.
We get a view of that actually? Scoot out of the way. Let's
While you do that, I'm gonna explain what we got going on. So yeah, so for all our listeners, while you listen, we are doing this about a week before. So the round table is gonna be a little limited, and then we get into our picks. We will have live action NFL because those are already posted. But college will not be talked about on air. However, we will post the college picks in the comments, so be tuned in for that. But yeah, otherwise, nothing impacted. We hope Sam travels safely with the whole fam, wife and dog.
Yeah, if you want to follow along, go follow Bodie on Instagram.
Yeah, there we go. Quick shout out to Bodie. Bodie, he's cute. Does Bodie subscribe to our YouTube page?
He is subscribed to your YouTube page.
All right, fair
Nice.
enough. All right, Sam, I've heard you have something you want to talk about.
I do actually have a really great one. So English Premier League's got a Carabao Cup going on. I don't know if you guys have been following along your teams, if they're in it or not. Fulham is in it, and they played Tottenham this past week, or like yesterday. And there was a moment in this game where a defender gets stepped on, boot gets ripped, yells at the ref, "I don't have a shoe. I can't keep playing." Ref says, "I don't care." Dude runs down the hallway to their locker room, puts on a new boot. And while this is happening, Fulham's down to 10 men. Tottenham scores 1-1 game in like the 89th minute, basically. And then the dude who ripped his boot, so this cup goes directly to PKs. The dude that ripped his boot, fifth person to PK, nails it. Fulham moves on.
Wow.
Electricity.
Good.
I was screaming that word.
Was he right footed? And was it his right boot? Was it his right boot?
I think it might have been his right boot, honestly.
Can I get a full time out here? Why would a man playing, or I'll give a half. Why would a man playing a real professional soccer game run down to the tunnel and get a shoe?
Yeah, so apparently it was next to the tunnel, and the team's bench was all the way on the other side of the field, and they didn't present him a boot fast enough, so he ran down the tunnel to go get. I think I'd be faster than the kit manager running down it.
The reason Tom scored is all on that guy. I don't care about that. It's sweet he scored a PK, but that's his fault. He could have played without a shoe.
Yeah, you could have hung out. You could have hung out.
That's what I said too. You don't leave. You stay. Like, you don't need a shoe. You keep playing.
Yeah, hermit crabbed. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah, that's
legendary.
Yeah.
It's a good win for you, Sam. Tottenham's been giving you a lot of sadness. So for you, I'm happy. Generally, I think Tottenham can lick my bottom of my nutsack, but
I think they think they're better than they are. So
yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, Max, do you have anything?
Yeah, I do. Shout out to Nebraska women's volleyball. Cornhuskers. Yeah, the Blake Corum. They had 92,003 fans, but that's the cool part. They played where Nebraska football plays. The funny part is the athletic director of Nebraska says, "I don't think we'll have this many fans in the stadium unless Nebraska's undefeated in week 5 playing Michigan," which they won't be. So that's sweet. Shout out to them. The crazy stat is the city of Lincoln has 292,000 people. So the amount of people in that stadium last night made up 1/3 of their population.
It's awesome. That's really awesome. So smart move by them. They were playing Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. So good move, but crazy environment. They knew they were going to sell it out the whole time. It's on Big Ten Network. The walk-in music was awesome. Did you see that they played a Shawnee McCreary concert or some shit like that? There was a concert right after, like on the volleyball court. They made it a stage, and then like the volleyball girls came back on like on the stage with the country. I think it's McCreary, the country singer. So I think yeah there was a concert after.
That's bad. I did not know that. That's sweet. But the entrance from the girls was really badass. Came out of the football tunnel with their football hype up music, and everybody had their flashlights out. It was sweet. It was really cool.
All right, good stuff. I think that's all for Roundtable. Just my quick little quip. Shout out to Parker Meadows. We never did talk about him. He made his major league debut a couple weeks ago now at this point. He hit a home run. He had a single. We saw a single. Shout out to his brother collecting payments down in Florida.
All right. Do one more.
Yeah, go show quickly.
Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for being so nervous about playing the Detroit Lions that they had to have the biggest tailgate ever and before their game to get fans to come watch the game. So shout out to them.
Who's your quarterback on fantasy?
Yeah, it's fine, but yeah, okay. But I want him to lose week 1.
No, I didn't. I wasn't sure who is it.
It's Patty Mahomes. Everybody knows that.
All right, to Serenity Now. Serenity Now is sponsored by Stadium Designs. Pay $10, hop on, be a celebrity Serenity Now speaker, receive an LTS shirt of your choice. Designed by Stadium Designs. This week it's just me. I pay $10. I'm gonna get a 6 shirt. It's gonna say Serenity Now, and then on the back it's gonna be like ... On the back it's gonna be like BITC, and then I get a star, so they're gonna know it's bitch, but they won't know it's a star. So if you want a shirt like that, let me know or let Sam know so he can make it for you. This week I'm just gonna go back to one 2 weeks ago. Comerica Park Ushers. I need you. I need you bad. I was in the stands on Sunday watching Justin Verlander try to pitch to Miguel Cabrera. I was, section 140, enjoying the sun, having a nice time with a couple buddies. I couldn't see the pitches. I couldn't see anything. Wanna know why? Because the ushers were just letting them stream down the middle of the innings. We're not even talking the first inning, Sam. We're talking like third inning. Like, what are we doing?
Do they even have ushers at this stadium?
At some point, I made it to section 340 where my tickets were located. I could see a little better. But regardless of that point, the ushers have to be better. Serenity Now.
I'm gonna add to this. I don't know what the umbrella policy is at Comerica Park,
Oh,
but we were sitting behind a big family, and this kid that was probably 16. Next thing you know, umbrella up, couldn't see anything.
there's no way you can have umbrellas. There's no way.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
not. That's definitely not a thing. You cannot have a full-sized umbrella.
Nope.
I
Popped
got
it right
Gary
up.
just
We all
let-
just stood up and left. Like
Gary just lied.
yeah. So I agree with Dylan. Comerica Park ushers be better.
Be better. Serenity freaking now. With that, we turn to the main segment of this week, episode 51, the 2023 NFL Grit and Kool-Aid, the NFL preview, featuring our NFL expert, Mr. Frank Kozlowski. Frank is a mid-Michigan native from Fenton with exquisite stick and puck skills, which he still puts on display while winning rec league championships. I think I saw on social media. Frank is also a Kool-Aid sipping super fan of the Detroit Lions, who has season tickets. And most importantly, Frank is a father of one and married to my favorite old law school roommate and guest of the show, Brooke. Frank, thanks for being here.
Quite an intro. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. The rec league hockey these days is a lot tougher than it used to be. A lot of 18, 19-year-olds showing up, and I just can't hack it anymore. So
Is it really? Like you got some like post high school dude just showing up and
oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
still are you
And
still
I was always just an effort guy. And what kind of player are you when you can't give the effort anymore?
Are you in multiple-
Someone
here I
said
am.
washed up, but it's okay.
Yeah, we could use Max. Get Max in here.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, let's see Max just rock some 18-year-old fresh out of high school
Please.
hockey.
I'll set the tone. Let me
That's
start.
right. Send a message early.
I
So
will.
before we get into it, Frank, a couple things. First off, great behind you, excellent just view of I see helmets and Red Wings posters.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
blue red
was
came in.
waiting for someone to call out. It's probably the only piece of Michigan gear you'll ever see in my house, but I do have a Dylan Larkin.
That's a,
picture,
there we go.
And there's one with him in his Michigan jersey,
He
and Brooks like that.
does.
She goes, "Why did you do that?" I said, "It was a badass picture." It
That
is
is
what-
All right. So that leads me into my second question since you mentioned Michigan. Big Sparty guy, by the way, this Ford Field Frank fella.
Not looking forward to football season. It'll be a
Okay, so
tough
that's
one.
where I'm going. First off, the first question, do they cover 14 and a half on Friday? Well, so I've already announced that this is going to be tape delay. So we're live action Thursday. Tomorrow's Michigan State's opening game. Do they cover 14 and a half against Central Michigan? And then two, how many wins they get this year?
No damn way. I
Okay.
don't see them covering. They never covered even when they were quote good teams. State is notorious for playing down to their competition. They give me an aneurysm every football season. I think they'll beat Central. I don't know if they'll cover 14 and a half, which is like pathetic to say out loud, but
Oh,
really, I want to make a bowl game. I don't think if you don't make a bowl game, Tuck's got to go. I don't care what you're paying them. You had some millionaires get together to pay it anyway. From what I heard, I could be wrong, but dude,
Yeah,
come on.
so,
That's
Talk's not
Kenneth
coming
Walker
in.
should be getting half that contract.
so 7 wins is the goal here. I think they get 7 wins. I don't know.
I might regret it because it'll blow up in my face if I'm just like, wow, what kind of fan are you? I don't see 7. I really don't.
6 will play.
I think 6.
All right. I had to get your ear there. I I know we're gonna have your texted in picks for college, but depending how you do, we might have you back on. We might just have to come back on and talk shit to your face when Michigan State week.
Love it.
All right, love that. You're a good sport. But let's quickly here. Basketball's looking good for you guys. All right, moving on to football. NFL football. What we're gonna do, so everyone knows, we're gonna kind of mirror what we did in college recently. So instead of conferences, we have divisions in the NFL, and we're just gonna jump right into it and who we think is gonna win each division. And with that, we're gonna kind of go from who we think is gonna do well in the playoffs, pick Super Bowl winners, maybe throw an MVP out there, and then kind of just do a quick roundtable talk, 3 to 5 minutes on what the Lions need to do to have a successful season, what they need to avoid. So let's start. Sam, where do you want to start? Which division? I'll let you choose.
The AFC East.
Shitballs. All right, let's go to the AFC East. Max, who you taking? I know you start, Sam.
So out of the AFC, I thought this was probably the easier ones to pick. So just give me the dogs as in the Bills. Give me the Bills to take care of that. I may regret saying easy, but I think the Bills get it done.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in because I'm taking the Bills as well, but I think this is a very tough division. So, I think the Patriots could finish last, and they're like Bill Belichickies. So that's crazy to me. The Jets are obviously very much improved just because of one person for the most part, and then the Dolphins have a track team. So I'm taking the Bills just because I think they're most in place and probably will get the job done, but it's tough. Frank, where are you riding there?
I struggle with that one because I think you could make the case for three teams. I think the Dolphins, Jets, and Bills really you could make a case for. I don't know a lot about the Dolphins defense, so I kind of ended up I wanted to go outside the box. I just felt like everyone was going to pick Bills, so I did go with the Jets. That one might bite me. I just seen a lot. I don't know. They have a really great defense. The quarterback held them back all last year. It was so obvious. Like I don't think the Lions win that game if they have just
Agreed.
an average quarterback playing last year against them. So I went with the Jets.
Okay, no, it's a good pick. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of hype around the Jets. I think it's gonna be a better year for sure. And I hate Aaron Rodgers, but
I hate myself a little for picking it. So
no, it's fair. Sam, where are you riding?
Yeah, I mean, my first instinct was to say Buffalo, right? Like that's easy money. But I think you mentioned it. They're a track team, and they might not have defense, but you don't need defense if you score a lot of points. So give me Miami, Tua, and Tyreek. Like, what more do you need?
Do you think Tua stays unconcussed?
No, but I think he still plays, so they're fine.
you don't think the jujitsu is going to help?
I think he gets at least 2 concussions this year, but only one of them's actually caught, and he'll be fine.
He might die if he gets 2. I heard he was practicing how to fall. All right. We'll see. The Jitsu, yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Frank, give me a division. Wait, no, sorry, I take it back. We got to go NFC East because Sam said AFC East. So, but Frank, I'll let you hit lead off on NFC East.
I don't think you can pick against the Eagles. I just Dallas does this every year with the hype. I credit to their marketing team; they got to be unreal. But I think the Eagles might even be better than last year.
I'm gonna hop in right behind Frank because I was going back and forth with this between the Giants, Dallas, and the Eagles. I'm not opposed to Danny Dimes. I like him. I think he's like Jared Goff-esque. And nothing wrong with Dallas. I don't mind Dak and them, but ultimately I agree. I think the Eagles are better than last year. And I had Jalen Hurts, my fantasy quarterback last year, and he was a dog. So
Stud.
I took the Eagles too. So
I'll quickly join Sam. I don't know where you're going, but I also went Eagles. I think I don't know. I listened to too much Get Up, and all they talk about is freaking Dallas Cowboys. It's very annoying. But I think the Eagles are just purely better. Like I know that the Lions stole their best safety interception leader, Mr. Gardner Johnson. I'm very excited about that. Not gonna lie. But I still think they have dogs back there, like Darius Slay. They're good, and Jake Max and Frank kind of both hit it on. Like Jalen Hurts is a freaking beast, and they got DeAndre Swift. Like that could uncork a whole lot of weird awesomeness there. So yeah, I'm going Eagles too. Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I was so hyped to be like, yeah, fly Eagles fly. But actually, Max solidified it. I wasn't for sure that Daniel Jones is still a Giant. And I love Daniel Jones, so I'm gonna go Giants.
He's a rich Giant too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm all for that. I think the
Good
Giants
for
can pull it
Daniel
out.
Jones.
Freaking Daniel Jones. He might break his leg. All right, now Frank, give me a
I'm just
division.
thinking QBs are gonna get injured. It's fine.
All right, Frank, give me a division now.
Go with the North.
Which one? We'll start with the AFC then. I like that.
Start with the AFC North.
Go
I
ahead.
think another pretty easy one for me to pick was the Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Joe, that's all you have
Joe.
to say, man. I mean, he is so damn cool, man. I hate to admit it, but he is so damn cool.
He is.
Joey Styles, you like that?
He just gets it, man. The guy's just has so much swag and he's unreal too. He can back it up.
Yeah. No, I agree. They probably should have been in the Super Bowl last year, so good pick. Sam, where are you going?
I'm gonna go Baltimore. I think Lamar pulls it out. I think this year actually might be a year that we see Baltimore in the playoffs and make an actual run. As long as Lamar can stay healthy and not be a complete bad word hat and like finish games smartly, I think they'll be good.
I'm jumping in. Sam, for the first time in like 4 weeks, I think. 4 weeks. You and I are seeing eye to eye. So
whoa.
I smell greatness in Baltimore right now. I really like that Lamar pretty much sat out for a year and a half now at this point. He's been out. Yeah, I'll sneak preview it. I think Lamar's the MVP again in the NFL, and I love Baltimore. They have the defense. They got Zay Flowers. They got old OBJ.
They got coaching.
Yep, they have John Harbaugh. Love that. So yeah, I'm riding Baltimore as well. I still think I also do sneak preview here. I think the Bengals get in the playoffs as like the number one wild card team. Like there's no doubt about that. Maybe number two because you can be surprised by another pick, but yeah, we'll see. Max, where are you going?
So originally I wrote down the Bengals, but listening to how hard Frank got off to Joe Burrow and realizing Joe Burrow's from Ohio State and Akron, that I'm going with Lamar. The whole reason.
That's
Damn Bengals running show there. And Mr. Harbaugh has a house where we're from. So he's a Taos City man. So I'm going to take Baltimore here.
Yeah, Max, he paid your salary this summer. City taxes.
He paid the taxes there.
Yeah.
what a guy.
All right. So I think the NFC North's a quick answer, but there's only one question mark in my mind who's not going to pick who we're thinking they're picking. So we'll start with that person first. Sam, who you got in the NFC North?
I made a promise to our mother to stop messing with Dylan. So I'm gonna take the Lions.
All right.
Let's go, Sam.
I will. I know where Max is going. I know where I'm going, so I'm not even going to talk to Max. Frank?
For the first time in NFC North history, the Lions are winning the division.
Let's go.
It's happening.
Break
out the Kool-Aid. It's right. Guzzle it. It's happening. Home playoff game. Good luck winning.
And you'll be there. Let's freaking go.
Take out a loan, whatever we got to do.
Mortgage.
College fund.
There it is.
You know what? Time out. As a season ticket holder, do you get to be there? Or do you have to like?
So yeah, I get first crack at my seats. I almost wasn't signed up. I went and looked at my stuff probably like a month ago, and I wasn't. But it's a penny, and they'll automatically debit when they go on sale.
Okay, damn.
So it's a penny to hold your spot, and then they debit it when it goes on sale.
Okay, it's schnikey. So I guess are you back as season ticket holder? You are or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, I'm just making sure. Good deal.
Fired up.
Let's go. That's awesome. All right. I think so. We're 4 for the Lions. That's our first 4 for 4. I love that. So we have the AFC and the NFC North. I'm going to pick a division. I'm going to go AFC West. So, and I'll even hit lead off of this. I know this has been the Chiefs division. I don't know. It's been 4 or 5 years now, I think. Maybe 3 to 4. Whatever. Patty Mahomes has owned the division. Max is fantasy quarterback. I'm changing it up this year. I like the Chargers. I think they blew a playoff game last year. I think Justin Herbert's the real deal. I think they solidified their defense a bit. I'm going to Chargers. I think they have I looked at their schedules. I think it's a little weaker than the Chiefs, just overall. So yeah, I'm taking the LA Chargers to win the AFC West. Sam?
As the ESPN commercial said, we're gonna write Patrick Mahomes out of the season. So I think that's gonna come to fruition. But I'm gonna take another LA team, but take Vegas. So I'm gonna take the Raiders. So I think they actually who's their quarterback these days?
Who knows?
Garoppolo.
It's
Love
Gronk.
it.
Is he
Is it
he
really?
back?
Yeah, it's Jimmy G. He's a very handsome man, but he's not that good at throwing a quarterback or throwing a
Hey,
ball.
I'm for it then.
Also,
I was
yeah,
unsure.
super handsome.
I was unsure, but now I'm in. Jimmy G, give it to me. Put him on a shirt. Love
He
it.
bangs strippers.
Wow.
Porn stars.
Porn stars. Thank you, Frank.
Both, really.
All right. Sam's going Vegas Raiders. Max, where are you going?
So I had Kansas City written down, but listening to Dylan talk, I'm gonna stick with Kansas City.
There we go.
So Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback. I'm not gonna go against him. I have Pacheco as one of my running backs. It's a deadly combo. So give me Kansas City to stay on top of the world.
Nice, dude. Have a cheeseburger while you're at it.
Andy Reid. He
There you go.
plays off a janitor's notes. So
There
thank
you
you.
go. All right, Frank, take us home with the AFC West.
I wanted to not pick the Chiefs, but I just don't know how. They're the champs. You can't not pick them. Patty Mahomes is Patty Mahomes. He's done the one thing that everyone's criticized him about, and he cut Jackson Mahomes out of his life. How do you not reward him for that? Give me Patrick.
Nope, that's actually a really good point. So fair. If he would divorce his wife, I would get him a Mahomes jersey, I think, but he hasn't done that yet. So, and then
They're gonna go 16-1, so it's all right.
they could, and the first loss is going to be 2.
The Lions.
There we go.
That's right.
So yeah, I don't put the Chiefs winning division, but I have them my number 1 wild card. And then we mentioned the Bengals not winning division. They're my number 2 wild card, just so we're clear.
I was gonna back off it, but Chris Jones's holdout is gonna be everything if they win the division or not. And
Yeah.
Chris, take your time. We don't need you back week 1. No big deal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He tweeted week 6 or 8, one of those.
Yeah, he can afford it, is what he said. So I was like, you should prove it.
Make sure,
Your
bro.
money where your mouth is.
Absolutely. You want people to think you're a liar.
Yeah. Chris, if you're listening, I'm sure you probably are.
100%.
Stay at home, buddy. All right, we'll go to the NFC West. Max, you have not hit leadoff, but I do not believe. So give me your NFC West champion.
So if you listened into our fantasy football podcast a couple weeks ago, I made a fool out of myself saying Trey Lance was going to be the starting quarterback for San Francisco, right? I did live on air. I thought he was a sleeper for fantasy, but clearly he's not. So I'm going to go with Seattle here. Mr. Geno Smith and Tracy Walker III from Frank's beloved Michigan State. So give me Seattle to win this division.
Fun fact, they actually drafted, I think, Zach Charbonnet from UCLA, but Michigan too.
Originally, okay. Yeah, so give me Seattle to win this one.
Okay. We'll go right to Frank then.
Yeah, I'm seeing eye to eye with Max. I wanted to pick the Niners, but I don't know. You don't know with the quarterback right now. And then Nick Bosa is also holding out, but I think he is in a much better situation than Chris Jones. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to get it figured out. I don't know if Chris Jones will. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I think that offense is going to be potent.
Yeah, they have Lockett still, Metcalf, and they just drafted the
Smith and Jigba. And they got K9 and Charbonnet in the backfield.
And they still have nice, solid white boy tight ends. So
that's it.
It's a good lineup for sure. Sam, where are you riding? Sticking with the boys in Seattle or going somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else. I was gonna say, I love rooting for Arizona. Whenever Arizona comes on the TV, I always watch it and root for them. Huge fan.
All right. Well, Sam, I'm going to tell you a fun fact.
Well, no, he said but. He said but. Let him keep talking. He said but.
Okay.
I did say but. I read Kyler is not starting the season.
That's why.
So I'm going to take the 49ers, San Francisco.
Sam, I was going to tell you, they're the only team in the NFL not to be favored in a single game all year long.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna be
following
rooting for him, man. I get a lot of Cardinals games down here. I don't know why. I
They
just
just
do.
trade Isaiah Simmons for like a bag of cheese or something.
and one of their like starting tackles too.
Just like
Yeah.
you're
I'm
trying to
following-
lose already.
I'm following the Cardinals offense around in fantasy football. Like I'm picking up whoever's defense. That's my game strategy, to be honest.
Did you guys ever see that video of their training camp practice where they hiked the ball and they were running at each other and then Kyle Murray hit the guy in the back of the head with the pass?
Yeah. And they played like this circus music to it.
Oh,
If you
God.
haven't, give that a quick Google. Just go Cardinals fans or training camp mishap, and then it'll pop up.
So I think it's gonna be difficult for the Seahawks and or 49ers to not make the playoffs. I don't have either, or I only have one in. I don't have the Seahawks in. I have the 49ers winning the division. I'll say it. I think it's difficult for neither to make though because of how bad the Rams and Cardinals are going to be. Like they're bad. Like Stafford's already saying he can't function with this young team. Man, it's like, come on, Matt, dude, figure it out. But I like the 49ers just because they have been there, done that mentality. Yeah, the quarterback situation is kind of shaky, but I think they'll figure it out. So I'm taking the 49ers with Sam. We'll see how it goes.
I don't think you need a quarterback. Just hand it off.
They have Debo and
As long as
McCaffrey.
somebody can throw it like 5 yards to a slant, why do you actually? I
They
mean,
got Kettle.
Kittle, yeah. They're loaded. I mean, they're nasty.
yeah. Just little
mean, if-
underhand shovel pass.
Any other team trades up for Trey Lance and did what they did, like a coach GM duo, like you're
Fired.
gone
Yep.
doing something like that. But they're lucky that they built such a complete team. I think that they can get away with it.
I agree with that.
That's wild, by the way.
And who's their coach?
Shanahan,
Yeah.
I love
Kyle
Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Yeah, I love Shanahan. So he's got.
he's a
stuff
good
up.
coach,
Yeah.
really good.
No, I think the NFC West it's a two-headed race. I think the NFC East. I know Sam went somewhere like the Giants, which is something, but I think that's a two-headed race. I think the NFC North two-headed race. Lions, Vikings. Now we're getting some more open pastures. Let's talk about the South, boys. This is our last. I think both of these places are open, the AFC and NFC. Let's start in the NFC South. No, let's go back to Frank. Frank, who you got in NFC?
So I dug in. This is probably one I got to research for a little bit because I was struggling. But the Saints don't play, and I am cheating. I did see this on TV a little bit, heard them talking, but the Saints don't play any like really top tier quarterback this year. No Josh Allen, no Aaron Rodgers. There's a couple more, but I was like, wow, like I really think their defense could feast this year just because they're really not playing anyone worth a shit. So I think the Saints are going to end up winning that division, although it wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta or Carolina did too. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit more towards Atlanta because I think their offense has potential. I mean, the last couple of years when they were drafting people, you're like, man, what are they picking these people for? But like Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and now Bijan Robinson, like should be at least something fun to watch.
As long as what's his name from Cincinnati can throw the ball.
Ritter.
Yeah, thank you. Ritter, Desmond Ritter. Yep. I'm gonna go right now. I'm riding with Frank. I have the Saints as well. I only took them kind of the same idea. I saw their schedule was one of the weakest in all of the NFL. The Bucks are trash, and then it's a battle between those other three teams. And the other two quarterbacks scare me, right? So Bryce Young, don't know. And I guess the Saints have Derek Carr. So that's why I was kind of like, I like Derek Carr.
Yeah.
So I'm right there.
Yeah.
So someone that's been solidified in the NFL, and that's why I went with the Saints. So Max.
So yeah, like you guys hit net the head on the nail. You could look at the dartboard and throw a blind dart and see who wins. So I went with the Saints also for the sole reason of Derek Carr, Chris Olave, and their center snapping the ball. Derek Carr is Cesar Ruiz from the University of Michigan. So,
Every Michigan alum.
Every Michigan alum. And they have J-Mo Williams from the Lions last year. Can't hate him. Love him. So
Love
great
it.
running back.
Sam.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the home team, Carolina. Can't not take them, down the street.
Good.
But Carolina needs a good year, so I think I watched the Lions Carolina for like the first quarter or something. Carolina looked decent. So I think they could, if they piecemeal together and Bryce Young stays healthy, I think they'll have a good season.
Yeah, the big question for them is their offensive line. But if they, I mean, they ran 300 yards worth against the Lions last year, and that was Max and I were talking about earlier, Frank. That was the nail in the coffin, unfortunately, for the Lions. Didn't know it at the time, but yeah, if the Carolina Panthers can figure something like that out with Bryce Young doing some Bryce Young things, they could be good. It's a
Yeah.
toss up. That is one of the biggest toss ups in all of NFL, the NFC South, no doubt. Well, the other biggest toss up, I think, is the AFC South. So you have the Jaguars, you have the Titans, you have the Texans, and then you have another team. Who is it?
Indianapolis.
Thank you. Yeah. So we have a captain who just named Anthony Richardson was just named the captain for the Colts. Wild. Got Trevor Lawrence down in Jacksonville. You've got CJ Stroud in Houston. And Tennessee has their boy back. So I don't know. It's tough. I'm gonna go to freaking Sam first and see what he says.
I'm staring at this, and literally none of these speak to me in any way, shape, or form. So I'm gonna go Colts. Sure, we'll take the Indiana team because I was once there. That's all I got.
Love it.
All right, so Max, where are you going?
I mean, I'm with Sam in that same boat of it's the same thing as the NFC South. You throw a dart and close your eyes and hope something sticks. But I'm gonna go with Jacksonville for a couple of reasons. They got a Clemson quarterback, Clemson running back. It's a good combo there. And the fact that they did something in the playoffs last year is kind of, I feel like, a snowball effect to this year. So give me Jacksonville. I like Trevor Lawrence.
What's that quarterback's name?
Who's your fantasy quarterback?
What's that quarterback's name?
Taylor Lawrence.
Trev,
Oh.
Mr. Flo. Yeah, that's my fantasy quarterback. I'm a Trevor Lawrence guy. I sought him out. I got high hopes for him. So good pick. That's a good pick. Frank, where are you riding?
I'm going the same way. I'm going to go with the Jags as well. I really wasn't buying too much of the Trevor Lawrence hype for a while, but that playoff game was like, all right, man, this guy is something. He is a damn good quarterback. But Tennessee does this thing where they're good one year and then they're crappy the next year and then they're good and then they're bad. Well, they were bad last year, so maybe they'll win the division. But I really see Jacksonville or Tennessee, but I think the Jags walk away with it.
I like it. So this one we're gonna actually split up in 2 different ways. I'm going Titans. Ryan Tannehill, I think he gets a job done. They have probably, I think, probably the most underrated running back in all of the NFL. They just traded for a sick. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. They have DeAndre Hopkins now on the team. I like the Titans. I think, or the head coach's name is slipping. Frank, help me out, or Max or Sam.
Vrabel.
Thank you. Mike Vrabel, he's probably the best coach in the division. I know. I mean, the Jaguars head coach is solid, but I don't know. I like Vrabel a lot. I think it comes down to Jaguars Titans. It was last year Jaguars Titans, and Jaguars beat them out in like that overtime game. Then they just had to win one more, something like that. I'll take the Titans.
Last thing, more reason to pick Jacksonville. Peterson is a dog. He cut his own kid to make the team. Okay, cut his own kid. So.
Well, you can't tie your shoes.
Can't you go and walk at the same time? You got to
No,
go.
there's a story that came out. He had to wear Velcro shoes.
So did Denard Robinson.
No. Like he literally.
Denard just didn't tie
it. All right, so finished up just now with the AFC South. So now we're talking playoffs, boys. We got through all divisions. And I think the best way to go about this, I mean, if you want to tell me who you think would be the wild card teams, be more than welcome to. I did write that down. You definitely did not have to, Sam. I saw your face. But so give me your conference championship games. So we can do them both, AFC and NFC. I will start with Max. Give me your NFC and AFC championship game matchups.
All right, for the NFC conference championship. I'm going to be a homer, like always. Take the Lions to get there. And then they're going to play the Eagles. It's going to be a battle of two great cities. But the Lions will be home. So Frank will be in the stands, waving his third down flag.
That's right.
Lions will be home. But give me the Lions, Eagles in the NFC. Do you want me to do AFC right now too?
And give me who wins too.
All right, Lions.
Lions.
Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid's in my veins. Okay, the Kool-Aid's in my veins.
Let's go. All right, give me AFC. Yeah.
Make some adjustments.
For the AFC, so this is going to be so chalk, and I hate for our listeners to hear this, but
Chiefs.
yeah, give me the Chiefs
Bills.
and the Bills. I'm sorry, AFC. I'm sorry. Give me the Chiefs and the Bills, and then give me the Bills to get there.
Okay. Wow. Crazy stuff over there.
I'm sorry.
I'm on the floor right now. Hopefully Max hears it. Frank, give me your NFC and AFC conference championships. And if you
AFC, I mean, I'm gonna go Bengals Chiefs. I don't know how the seeding's gonna end up, but if it works out that way, I feel like it'll end up being the Bengals and the Chiefs. And I guess just forget it, Lions are winning the NFC against the Eagles. It's gonna be a home game. Max said it. It's happening. You might as well just lean into it.
love it.
Let's go. Let's go, Frank.
Let's go. Let's go. Drink that Kool-Aid. Sam, you're up.
It's so delicious.
Okay. All right. So NFC, let's see. We're gonna take Detroit, and then honestly, I feel like the Giants, if they can get out of there. I like the Giants Lions matchup. I feel like that'd be a fun one. With the Lions, we'll take them because why not? Everybody else is riding the train. And then I think the AFC is actually going to be a lot more fun than people think. I don't think it's going to be chalk max. I think you're going to look at a Miami Baltimore situation, and then give me Baltimore. I really want Lamar to win the championship and then just leave, just be done.
My boy Blue. My boy Blue. All right, so I'll start AFC. I'm taking the Ravens too, Sam, into the Super Bowl. Lamar's my MVP, so Ravens over the Bills. Taking the Ravens to beat the Bills to get the Super Bowl. John Harbaugh has a chance at a second Super Bowl championship. NFC, I mean, we've all said it. Lions. We've all said an NFC East opponent. I'm changing up a little bit. I'm going over the Cowboys coming out of the wild card to ensure the Lions are home for their playoff game. Lions over the boys. It'll be awesome. Stephen A. Smith will be so happy. Lions get to piss all over the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be the greatest day. We probably will have to take off work for a full 2 weeks. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for it. That's when we take our mortgage out, Frank, to get the Super Bowl. I don't know where Super Bowl is at, but we should all try and get it. We'll figure it out. Max is thinking.
Is it in Miami?
Miami sounds right. I like that.
Oh, God.
Not too far from Fort Lauderdale. All right. Lions, Ravens is my Super Bowl. And I will go right now. Detroit Lions, right? Are the Super Bowl.
Who's your MVP? Who's your MVP?
Of the Super Bowl? Of the Super Bowl, it's of the Super Bowl, my MVP will be Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I like that a lot.
Has to be.
Has to be. Sam.
Love the Lions, drinking it, riding the train. But you guys they're the Lions, right? So yes, they will be in that Super Bowl. And yes, it will be Baltimore. And yes, it will be Baltimore winning that Super Bowl because it's the Lions.
Oh.
We know pain. Pain is life.
Holy mic drop.
Damn, Sam.
Sam lost the Kool-Aid. Sam's Kool-Aid ran out.
Max, pick us up. Pick us up, Max.
I'll pick us up real hard. All right, so I got the Lions, Bills. GM Brad Holmes is a genius in the making. Lions win the Super Bowl. My Super Bowl MVP, homegrown kid, Mr. Aiden Hutchinson.
That'd be a hype one.
That sack, fumble, touchdown. MVP.
I was thinking like 2 sacks and a fumble recovery. Fumble recovery solidifies the game, kind of thing. So,
I like it. Frank, where are you going?
I'm gonna go. So I got the Bengals and Lions, and I think the Lions are gonna take it, raise the banner. Super Bowl MVP, I feel like it's got to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think it really couldn't be anyone else besides Hutch or Amon-Ra. I mean, unless, I don't know, Sutton gets 3 interceptions or something, but like,
Yeah.
it's going to be one of those guys, I
Hey,
feel like.
Don't forget about Jared Goff, who's got to get the ball to Amon-Ra. So
400
True.
yards. Yeah,
True.
he could have 400 yards. I love Jared Goff. Gosh, I love how we all just took the Lions.
So when this happens in mid-February, we'll meet at Greektown, park in Greektown for $75, and we'll walk downtown. Deal?
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
Bam, you're flying in for it.
I thought you said it was in Miami. I'm closer to
Unless
Miami.
we're in Miami.
Nope, I Googled it. It's in Las Vegas this year.
Ooh.
Oh, sounds terrible.
Oh, if we're gonna lose money, might as well lose money.
Yeah, those Super Bowl tickets just doubled now since they're in Vegas.
Until it's the Lions playing Baltimore, then nobody wants to go. So
Are you kidding me?
I'll be
The Lions
first in
fans?
line.
Great. All right, we have a little bit to attend to. Does anyone want to announce who their general regular season MVP? Do you have any thoughts? Like, who do you think the best player in football will be this year? So I've already said Lamar Jackson. Max, you're shaking your head up and down. Who do you got?
I honestly think it's gonna be Joe Burrow. If Cincy does anything, it's gonna be because of him. And he got hurt recently, so I think it makes it that much better.
Damn. I see Frank over there. Say, Frank, where are you going?
Max gets it.
Yeah.
It's got to be Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe Cool, man. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I think he'll end up throwing for 5,000 yards this year.
And he's got my top wide receiver on his team.
He has
So
3 nasty receivers. Gosh.
Yeah. All studs.
Yeah. It's you can't go wrong with Joe Burrow. I think the only way Lamar wins is if he's got to get back to form a little bit. So Joe just has to keep where he's been. I think
And Joe's an LSU quarterback. It's where he finished, not where he started, right?
it's true.
Jalen, yeah, because Jalen Hurts can't be a Bama quarterback. We can't
I
let them claim him.
I agree. I mean, no,
I had to get a dig in, just one.
That's not even a dig. I like it. If that's a dig, you didn't even break ground yet. So, Sam, where are you going?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about him a little bit. New team, new city, new vibe, new him. Give me Aaron Rodgers MVP. If the Jets make the playoffs, I think he's gonna be MVP this year. A little bit of a comeback tour for him.
That's a great pick.
That's a really good pick. I could see that one actually for sure. Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers are probably top 5 picks. Then who else? Gotta think Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, the simple ones, right? Yeah.
Josh Allen.
I think Jared Goff's got an outside chance. Like, so if he throws for, you said 5,000 for Joe. If Jared Goff throws for 42, 43, 400 yards like that, and the Lions win 15, 14 games, like he's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn the ball over. So with that, let's turn to like our quick 2 to 4 minutes roundtable discussion of like Lion talk. Like how do the Lions do we all think they're gonna do? I'm gonna start with Sam. And I don't expect a ton out of this, Sam, but just to hear what you have to say.
So what are we at these years? 16 or 17 games? 17 games?
17 games total.
17 games total. So I mean, obviously it's the Lions, so we expect pain and suffering. So I don't think they're gonna go perfect by any means. I could see them going maybe like 13 or 14. Would like to see them not end on 13 game wins, but I could see them maybe getting 14 wins. And then as long as they stay healthy, that's going to be the biggest thing, right? Goff's got to stay healthy. Amon-Ra, the running back situation. As long as they stay healthy, I think they're going to have a great season. I don't see it's everybody says it, but it's the Lions, and that's why I take the step back because it's the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm on board. So even if they don't, like if Goff gets hurt, they sign Teddy 2 Gloves, so that's exciting. So like it's forward thinking. I think the Lions have been very forward thinking this offseason, which is nice. I'm a little nervous that they didn't start. They played almost 0 to no starters in the preseason. I kind of want to get Frank's thoughts on that in a bit here. But from my perspective, I think you can't expect from a Lions fan to win in Kansas City at Arrowhead. You hope they do, but you can't expect it. I think if they win 11 to 12 games, they're in the playoffs, and I think that wins the division this year. I think the division's down a little bit. I think the biggest competitor is the Vikings. I think the Bears are boo-boo, and the Packers are straight up turds. the hype on the pack is wild. So I think 11 to 12 wins does it. So that would put them, so it'd be 11-6 or 12-5. 2 or 3 seed. Yeah, I fully expect them to get to the conference championship game. Like that's my general low bar expectation. Anything above that is cake. So, and
Yeah, I would expect a within touchdown game against Kansas City at least. That would be my
Yeah.
expectation for them.
I would agree. And I think the big thing this year is going to be the secondary has been so vastly improved. Like I get so excited almost sexually to think about Cam Sutton, to think about Gardner Johnson. Like I'm so excited. You know, Max's boy Jack at the linebacker position. I'm so ready. All right, so I've said a lot of words. Frank, first before you get into your words, what do you think about them not playing any preseason snaps, the starters?
I think we kind of saw a little bit last year, like the rust. Like when they played Philly in the first game. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like the first half, he looked rusty. Goff looked rusty. Like the team looked rusty. So I am concerned. I get it. Keeping everyone healthy is probably the number one thing, but got to play. I mean, Rodgers even played. He hasn't played in a preseason game since 2018. He still got out there. You know.
Yep.
I think like with the Lions, I'm right with you guys. I think like 12, 11, 13 wins, somewhere in that sweet spot. Couple of things that like concern me that I think obviously staying healthy, you got to keep that O line healthy. That's number one. But I think they're an Amon-Ra St. Brown injury away from like what are you running out there at wide receiver? Josh Reynolds, Khalif
Yep.
Raymond, and
Marvin. That's
I
tough.
mean that's scary to think about.
6 games out from Jameson. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then the whole like he can't rehab thing is a whole nother thing. That's just ridiculous. I think it's so stupid.
That's
But
shit.
and we didn't really address the kicker. Like I don't mind
I
Riley
mean, it's not
Patterson,
bad.
but like he don't got a leg. Anything over 50, man, it scares me. 50 and in,
Is
he's
he?
money.
Is he the one that kicked during? Was he actually kicking during the Panthers game? He was
Yes.
horrible.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Missed
I
an
was like,
extra
"Wow, that's easy money." He barely got it there, and he didn't get it there because it hit the pole. I was like, "What is up with this?" Lions always got good
short
kickers.
on a 52-yard field goal.
Yeah, and that was like his longest ever.
Yeah.
It was a 52.
So I really keep that. Oh, I don't think they've ever played their starting O line together in like the last 3 years because someone always got hurt. That might be wrong, but I know last year, like Big V got hurt right off the rip. So I really think they're an Amon-Ra St. Brown injury, which really scares me from like being yikes on offense. But I got, you know what though? I think I have big hopes that when JMO comes back, I think he's gonna be able to at least stretch the field. He's not gonna be like a Calvin Johnson, but if he can take the top off, man, it's gonna make everything that much easier. But before I get talking too much, that's about what I got to say.
No, that was perfect, Frank. And you brought some real life to the front here. So we needed it.
Yeah. Well, what's the solution to that problem, right? The Amon-Ra injury. Is it just like a trade? Is it that simple? Right? Like just go
No.
out and get somebody.
I mean, so
You
they
hope
yeah,
you
you'd
hope there's someone on a team that's really not performing. Like the one I've seen thrown around on the internet now and then is like they're looking at Mike Evans at the trade deadline.
no shit.
How
Wow.
much that is true or not. But if Tampa is going to be as bad as some people think, and I think they're going to be bad,
They'll trade him.
they'll trade him.
What about Jalen Rager? He's got cut. Would you ever want to pick him up?
I think it might be at least worth kicking the tires. I don't know if he's
I don't know if he's a nut job or something.
yeah, I think the Eagles are nut jobs for drafting him over Justin Jefferson, but yeah, I think Rager would be at least worth a look. I was kind of surprised to see we went with Green over Drummond for our wide receivers, but we ended up with them both anyway. So
Yeah, I saw that as well. I don't know. We'll see. Max, give me a couple. I don't know, just things that you are looking forward to see, or like things you're like nervous about, or something that you just want
How
to talk
many
about.
games you going to this year, Max?
Yeah, there you go.
Probably like one because the Lions tickets are so bad, like so expensive. So probably one.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They are expensive.
Yeah, but so in my eyes, the Lions' toughest games are their first 2 games of the year. If they Seahawks are after the Chiefs, yep. So if they can somehow come out 1-1, possibly 2-0, can't have them being 0-2. Don't need that. 1-1 would be sweet. I see them getting to like 14-3. I see them running the table, getting hot and rolling. Like Frank said, the Russ will be off in the Kansas City game. So that Seattle game is what I'm looking forward to. It'll be at home, crowd will be behind them. That's what I'm looking forward to. But the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to is that linebacker core with Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez, my guy, and Alex Thor
Anzalone.
Aloni. Thank you.
I
That's
like
the most
that.
exciting thing.
Nice. All right. I think to summarize that, we're all very excited for the Lions. There's a lot of hesitation from Sam's front. There's mild hesitation from Frank's front. There's full send from Max's front. And there's nuclear send from Dylan's front.
Yeah, catch back up with us in 6 weeks, and we'll see how well we're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I guarantee that Frank and Max will have blue drinks in front of them. So, so Frank, are you still tailgating out in where you usually do?
So they used to do the tailgate in Eastern Market, and that was a blast. But after COVID, I don't think they had people to like work the gates or like the spot. So that we've been going on Cass. There's these lots on Cass, 21 Cass. Where we
Nice.
go. A little bit of a pain leaving because everyone's trying to go out the same entrance, but good spot to tailgate, great people, and
Sweet.
honestly, half the time people are passing out food to you. So
Love that. All right. Well, I only asked because if you're going to Seattle game, I'm going to have Matt and Anthony from law school with me, and we might have to come seek you out.
100%. Got to have a beer together.
Amen. All right. We're not done yet. We still have picks, boys. So we're going to pick the speed up a smidge, and we're going to get into our NFL picks for week 1. So Sam, if you listened to episode 50, you heard we did college picks. We're going to do our NFL picks. Same idea. You got to do the spreads. We have 8 games, and we're going to start with the Thursday night game. We're going to go round table for every game. Max, Lions are plus 6.5 on the first Thursday night season opener at the Chiefs. Where are you going?
Kool-Aid injected to my veins. Give me Lions plus 6.5.
Love it. Sam.
Easy money there.
Yeah, give me the Lions. I think they cover. I want them to keep it close, so let's hope they do. Give me Lions.
I'm also going Lions. Frank?
I'm also going with the Lions. Thanks for the 6.5 points too.
Yeah, I will live action bet money line, but that doesn't matter here. All right, Sunday games. We'll start with Sam. Bengals minus 2.5 at the Browns, AFC North game.
Easy money, Bengals.
I'm jumping on that. I'm going Bengals as well. Frank, I saw you shaking your head.
I'm with you. Bengals minus 2.5.
Can you take Bengals? They hyped them up.
Make it a foursome.
There it is.
Minus 2.5.
2 straight. Don't love that. All right, round 2. We'll start with Frank here. Texans at the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 10. Where are you going, Frank?
The one that scared me the most, but you can't pay me enough money to pick CJ Stroud. So Ravens minus 10.
There it is. I'm jumping in here. I'm going Ravens minus 10 as well. I think a big spread in the NFL means something bad for probably the team on the other side of it. Max, where are you going?
I think their Texans are right up there with the Cardinals on a do not bet kind of team. So give me the Ravens minus 10. Sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, slap that Ravens. It's a lot of points, but I think Lamar covers it easily.
3 for 3. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Minnesota Vikings start the year. The Bucs starting quarterback is Max. Do you know?
It's Baker this year.
Yes, it is. Baker, the touchdown maker.
John.
It's minus 6. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going Vikings minus 6. Give me Kurt, Frank's guy.
Yep. Frank, where are you going?
Yep. Give me Kirk Cousins minus 6.
Love it. You like that?
Yeah, I love that.
Love that. Sam, where are you riding?
Baker's tempting, but it's not his home field. He didn't take care of that for several years. So give me the Vikings.
Nice, Sam. That's good stuff. We're 4 for 4 on Vikings as well. All right, now I smell some changes. Going Miami at the Los Angeles Chargers. Minus 2.5. Chargers are favored. We'll start with Frank.
Got to get a little froggy sometimes. So give me the Dolphins plus 2.5.
All right, I like it. Max?
As long as, like Sam said, Tua standing on his 2 feet, give me the Dolphins.
Sam?
Yeah, start out hot and fast. Dolphins.
And I'll break the curse. Chargers. We will start with myself. This next one is it's a 4 o'clock game in Chicago, which is weird energy, but all well. Packers at Bears. Bears are favored by 1 point. It'll probably be a pick 'em when it comes down to it, but I'll take the Bears. I have little to no faith in Jordan Love. Give me the Bears. Sam?
Give me the Packers. That's a Hannah shout out. Let's go.
Fair. Frank?
Give me the Packers +1.
All right. Max?
I'm gonna go with the Bears just for the sole reason it's in Chicago.
That's literally a toss-up. I think we said it we said the last podcast, Frank. Week 1 of college football is very difficult. Week 1 of the NFL is most difficult. So you have sort of a reprieve here, as all of us do, and you probably will be back. You definitely will be back on to pick some more picks. Don't worry. Sunday night game is NFC East matchup. It's got the Cowboys at the Giants. Giants are underdogs actually at +3.5. I'll go first here. I'll take the Giants 3.5. Danny Dimes. Sam.
Giants, Daniel, my guy.
Max.
Give me the Cowboys -3.5 because Dak's got a dog biting at his heels, ready to play, and his name's Trey Lance.
First string for San Fran, right?
Yes.
How do you get to Dallas?
He got traded for like a 7th round pick, but hey, it's all right. New home, new person.
Shit happens. Frank's.
I'm gonna also go with the Cowboys at -3.5. I believe Dak's also playing for a contract too, so
Yeah, well,
he'll step it up a little bit.
Yep. All right. Monday night, last one, boys. Bills at Jets. Bills are favored by 2.5. Max, what do you got?
Give me the Bills -2.5. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has figured it out just yet.
I'm jumping on that as well. Josh Allen, I think, is kind of irritated by all the Jets talk throughout the season or the offseason. I'll take Bills -2.5. Sam.
I'm gonna take the Jets. It's home for them. Rodgers' first game. He's gonna come out slinging. He's gonna be MVP. He's got to show it right here. So,
Touche. Frank, take us home.
Yeah, I kind of looked at this a little bit just as a matchup. Maybe I'm way too confident in the Jets. It kind of seemed like a push. So I looked at it as like, you're going to give me 2.5 points to take the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Nope, it's fair. I saw college football games this weekend, like LSU, Florida State that way as well. So it's fair. I respect it. All right. So those are our locks, or those are our game day picks of the week. We're going to run spreadsheets throughout the year and see who our best celebrity guest picker is. But you might have a couple people do it multiple times, but that's okay. So with that, before we move on to our shout out and then our quote, we got to do our mortal locks, boys. So Frank isn't on this one, but Sam and Max, give me your mortal locks. We'll start with you, Max.
So my moral locks, when you name a rookie a captain, I think just screams trouble. So give me the Jaguars -4.5 over the Colts. And then, nope, we didn't talk about this game a little bit, but give me the Commanders just to win outright over the Cardinals. So give me the Commanders. New ownership, new team. Give me the Commanders.
I'm gonna time out you there. I'm not letting that happen. You can't just money line a -270 game.
It's not in the bylaws.
it's not. It's
It just
mortal
became in
locks.
the bylaws. No, it just did happen. Just live action.
All right, I'll look up the spread and I'll take the spread.
-6.5. I'm telling you right now, or 7 maybe. Even.
That's fine. No, if it's 6.5, I'll take it. 7's too far.
Oh, that hat.
It'll be a push for it. All right, hey, we're giving him the spread. Commanders over the Cardinals. Sam, your turn.
I'm gonna stick to like what I did in college and pick from the games we just picked and just lock them in even harder. But I'm gonna take the Dolphins over the Chargers as a lock, and then we're gonna take. Honestly, I'm gonna double down on it. We're gonna take the Jets over the Bills.
Okay, so he's got +2.5 against the Bills, and then +2.5 for the Dolphins. Nice. I like it. It's good synergy. I'm changing it up. I'm going to a game we haven't talked about at all. The Kenny Pickett's are hosting the 49ers. So the 49ers for the first game of the year have to go way out east. I just don't know really who the quarterback's going to be. It's probably Brock Purdy. I think it is. Kenny Pickett looked hot in the preseason. Played a lot, and he gets to continue to keep playing. Defense is stout. JJ's back. They're giving 2.5 points at home. So Frank just said about the Jets. I would assume that would have been a pick 'em. I get 2.5 points now. I'll take the Steelers at home against 49ers. My second lock is an anytime touchdown for my number 2 overall fantasy pick. Amon-Ra St. Brown at Arrowhead. Book it. With that's good stuff, boys. This has been a really good episode. I liked it. This is a good NFL talk. This is episode 51, the 2023 NFL. Grit and Kool-Aid. Before we get to our quote, let's get a quick shout out. Shout out to Jets Pizza, Frank's at. Frank, you may know this, but Jets is a national pizza chain that offers the best Detroit-style pizza in the world. The secret sauce isn't actually in the sauce, or at least that's what I've been Googling. Nope, it's in the Motor City-inspired steel pizza pans that make the corner crust pizza worthy of a cornucopious amount of compliments. Is that true, Frank? Is it in the pan?
Yeah, steel pans. Yep.
Hell yeah. Hop online and visit jetspizza.com to find the delicious deals at your local Jets Pizza. And don't forget, Jets Pizza, often imitate it, never duplicate it. Let's get Jets.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of fun.
So
Awesome.
before I forget, so Max got in my ear real quick when we hopped off. So Frank, you get a shirt for hopping on. You're awesome. You've been one of our guests, our best guests. Seriously, very good insight, fun to talk to. You talk shit. You need to talk more shit next time. So we're gonna send you a shirt, but we need some
Appreciate you.
We need Jet shirts though.
Oh, I got you all day. I got you on the Jet swag.
Let's go.
I'll get you some
All right.
hats too.
I mean, if you do both, that's amazing because we can hook you up.
Oh, I can hook it up. That Jet swag and pizza is all I do.
Let's go. All right, Frank. Hell yeah. Thank you. All right. So Frank's a G. One of our you're definitely a top. You just vaulted to the top 7. That's and like a hell of a GHL. So thank you. Thanks everyone that stayed on and listened to all of our jibber jabber about the NFL. I love the NFL. I can't wait for it to start. I think everyone else here on, even Sam, who's going to be in Italy, Rome, and all that good stuff when it first kicks off. He still loves NFL, right, Sam?
Yeah, football's going to be on over there. I'll be turning it on. I might even bring the Lions hat. We'll see.
My God.
Love it.
All right. Well, that's all for episode 51 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, 2023 NFL. Grit and Kool-Aid. Our quote comes from not only Dan Campbell, of course. It's a good one, boys. We're freaking starving. We're starving. So the hyenas better get out of the way. We're coming for the whole NFL this year. Let's go. All right. What's our POV, Max?
PVO.
That's it.
The very best drink you ever made.
Oh.
Is that cool?